This is general advice and my opinions only. CFDs are high risk, past performance isn't reliable. I may be long or short CFDs and stocks mentioned. Content may contain language that offends some viewers. LEVRD operates as corporate authorised representative 001318377 under AFSL 548573. You can find our financial services guide via the LEVRD website link in the show notes.
Bag holders and stop loss owners, let's bloody rip in. There's still a war going on. Hasn't stopped, unfortunately. So, what do we got? Commodities, let's start. What do we got? Aluminium, bit of a bounce, 1.6 up to $1.58 US a pound. The US dollar has strengthened. So the Aussie to US is now 71.5. So that bloody ripped up a bit yesterday again. What do we got? Coke and coal flat. Copper, $5.87, down 0.8%. Gold, 51.78, has had a bit of a pullback, was up in the 5200s yesterday. Iron ore sitting at $105. Manganese, 529. Rare earths pulled back a bit, 103. Rare earths ripped yesterday, bloody Linus and that, cracking $20 after the deal they did. Nickel back up a little bit, $7.93 a pound, 1.2%. Oil still sitting around that 85.92 for Brent and WTI. So Brent crude's at 92.20, so that went up. Back up a bit yesterday. Silver 85.90, down 2.8%. Spodumene 6% on the Platts, 21.95, down 3.9%. Thermal coal continue up a bit again, 2.9%. Uranium, nothing happening in uranium. Oh, $86 a pound. Oh, you'd be proud. I put a nicotine patch on for 4 hours yesterday without the vape. So that's a start. I don't feel like putting one on today, I can tell you that. Zinc at $1.48. Right. Trump-Iran update. It's not the US-Iran update, it's the Trump and Iran update, because it's just Trump versus Iran, effectively. That's how I see it. So he reckons that on the back of them saying they're going to put mines in the Strait of Hormuz, the US have apparently bombed 28 ships that were placing mines. So same weapons they reckon they used to bomb drug dealers with. And also the IEA, so I think it's the International Energy Agency, they agreed to release 400 million barrels of oil from reserves. So that's the largest ever release to try and curb any further spikes in the oil price. Fucking $2.20 a litre for friggin' unleaded 91 yesterday, like the shittest fuel ever. $2.20. Fuck me drunk. Unbelievable. I hate to be buying diesel at the moment. What else we got? Apparently, 3 more vessels, this was reported Wednesday, 3 more vessels have been hit by unknown projectiles in the Strait of Hormuz. So, and apparently there's been 14 struck since the war started. So things aren't bloody subsiding. They maybe are, but it's still there. The war is still happening. Trump reckons he just could bomb them all in an hour. Bomb them in an hour and destroy the whole country. So, God, I don't even know if that'd be a good thing. If that happened, how the market would react to that. Obviously, it's not a good thing, but I'm just looking at the market at the moment. Who knows? Commodities, majors overnight. Wrong bloody title. So what do we got? It's going to be a bit of a red day. I wanted 3 green days, and I'm not going to get it. Today's going to be a red day. Fuck me dead. Unbelievable. So Alcoa had a bit of a rip on the aluminium price up. Exxon went back up a bit after going down. Albemarle, so lithium, that was up a tiny bit. But you look at everything else, like all the goldies, copper, all come down. Barrick down 2%, Freeport down 2%. Cameco down 2.7, Newmont down 2.85. So it's going to be red. Far out. Is that? God, hopefully I haven't put the bloody wrong one up. No, that was yesterday's. Shit start, Matt. Right, bit of news. Liontown, holding, conflict. So what do we got? Half yearly out today. What do we got? So interesting on the ramp up and the revenue and the change in price that we're seeing. So they mined for the half 533,000 tonne. Underground ore across 31 stopes. So they've hit the 1 million tonne per annum run rate. They're targeting 1.5 million tonne by the end of third quarter FY26, so end of this quarter. and then going for 2.8 million tonne per annum by the end of fourth quarter FY27, so the end of next financial year. So you look at revenue, 208 million for the half, but that's on a realised price of spodumene concentrate 6% at $888 a tonne US. And as we know, that is at 2100 now. So it's a bit of a step change coming, and it's probably like a little bit's been priced in, you'd say, with the share price rise. But yeah, so going up to 1.5 million tonne underground ore with the realised price going to be like well north of 888. It's going to be interesting to follow this, and they're obviously talking about 4 million tonne per annum expansion plan. So they've got the growth story, the debt maturity profile. So because the LG debt con note got converted, so they've got the Ford debt is the majority of it. So, and you see principal repayments are going to start this year, so 23, then 45, 45, 45, and then the bullet payment in bloody calendar year 30. So that's where the debt's sitting. They've got 390 mil in cash. It's interesting, going to be interesting how this goes with these increased spodumene prices. And I know that China, there was weaker EV sales for the last couple of months. Don't know if that's a Lunar New Year thing or not. They're talking about potentially tight supply coming up soon. So coming out of Lunar New Year, which we have, spodumene price going up, I'm exposed. Long Liontown, not short anymore. I've got to try and make the money back that I lost fucking shorting it, you idiot. Anyway, that's where fucking Liontown's sitting. Ora Banda, I missed this one yesterday because bloody, I needed stock. I've got it set up now up the top here. Stock Nest Monster up the top because I think the announcement came out after I wrote it, and then I talked about it and I look like a bloody dickhead. So this is like, they ripped yesterday up nearly 20%. So that Round Dam mineral resource grew to 1.3 million ounces. So what is it? 25 million tonne at 1.6 grams for 1.3 million ounces. So big open pit bulk mining opportunity there. So yeah, that's bloody. She's a choppy stock, Ora Banda, fucking choppy. I'll bring it up on the chart. Ora Banda. Where are we? So you can see here. So that's like, but after like the cost guidance increase and everything, $1.60 down to bloody $1.08. Then she's back up, went back down with the bloody war thing, ripped from $1.15 back up to $1.48 today. Like, it's bloody up another 4.5%. So it is choppy. Like, God, it's a bloody, probably a bloody trader's dream, this bloody thing. So yes, it's not a holding at the moment, but fuck, it could go either way. They're growing the resource, but we know they've got to build a mill. They're probably going to try bootstrap it and not get debt or do a equity raise to build it. And you'd be sure, like, you'd think they're going to do that at these prices, $7,000 an ounce. Share price probably hasn't ripped enough to warrant, if they were going to raise, they probably would have raised when they were at $1.60. So, it could go either way. Then the Luke Cray factor. The Luke Cray factor. He's bloody very well regarded in the industry. So, don't know. I'm not in it. Not in it at the moment. Westgold, not in it either. 600 million buckaroos of debt secured. So they've got a bit of firepower, as one person once said. So 600 mil in revolving financing facilities. So that 600 mil of undrawn is in addition to the 600 million in cash they've got as well. So they've got 1.2 billion worth of liquidity. So are they going to do a deal or not in this environment? I know they're expanding bloody Higginsville and everything. It's so they've 600 mil, that's bloody a lot. So that come, and it's bloody pulled back a bit a lot as well. So another one I'm watching, not exposed. Fund update. Right, here we are. What have we got? I gotta get rid of that. Get rid of that, Ray. That's a double. Breakthrough still bloody Come on, breakthrough. Need that to bloody. Once that doubles, I'll be sweet. What do we got? Northern Star still the biggest position. Probably going to get hammered today. Same as breakthrough. Bright Star still ticking along. Hate's going up that stock. Far out. I'm going to go through, once I give the update, I'm going to go through each stock and tell you what I'm bloody thinking and why I'm holding, because since there wasn't heaps news. So what do we got? Back in the green as of yesterday, but that is going to change, unfortunately. Fuck. Because it's a red day. I bet you it's back at 170. Fucking bitch. My mum's here. I can't swear as much. I probably can. She's fucking used to it by now. But yes. Anyway, 182. Up a bit yesterday. It was a green day, but it's going to be back down today. Not much trading done yesterday. That's where we're sitting. Still pretty heavily exposed to gold. Lithium between PMET, Liontown and Delta. Got a bit in lithium. Hopefully, if I can get a lithium surge, geez, that'd make me fucking feel good. Breakthrough is the only copper holding. Centaurus is the only nickel holding. Tiny bit of Whitehaven and Next Gen and Lotus. Next Gen, Lotus and Encore. So that's where we're sitting. Right. Let's have a look at market open, and then I'm going to go through each of me stocks, what I'm thinking. Here we go. I bet you it's fucking down. Fuck.
3, 2, 1, let's fuck!
Right. Breakthrough. 20. God. What's the number? I think I'm back at bloody 170. Look at that. What do we got? 89 plus the breakthrough holding. Yep. Fuck. Probably 168 or something. Shit. Another red day. Let's see what's fucking killing me. Again. A lot of fucking mumbling today, sorry. What do we got? ASX 200 down a bit. Oh, that option's doing its thing. Spot gold back at 51.53. Northern Star down 1.5%. Bright Star fucking hates going up, as I said. Centaurus up a little bit, 55.5. Medallion pulled back a bit after a good rip yesterday. Delta flat. Next Gen down 3.6%. Fuck you. Liontown down 2%. Still going all right. Bought in $1.51 at $1.59.5. Pantoro, oh, geez. Another 4%. $3.70. PMET down 1%. Fuck, only thing that's gone up is bloody my smallest position, fucking Whitehaven. Should have loaded up more. Lotus back down at $1.59. So, a bit of a red day. Not too bad, but it's red, unfortunately. Let's have a look around the screen. Goldies. Biggest mover, Pantoro, still hemorrhaging, $3.70. Regis back down to $7.98, down 3.8. Yep, Goldie's all down 1 to 2. The only one ripping is Ora Banda, up 5.6%. Have a look at that, back up to $1.50. There you go. Fuck me dead. Majors, BHP down 1.4, Rio down 0.6. So everyone hates, no one likes anything today. Interesting. Biggest movers on the interesting. Talk still going 52 cents, up 4%. Interest. God, they're getting in on it. Everything else down. Fuck, Boab down 4%. Lithium. Let's just pretty much everything's down. Fuck me. Rare earths. Linus back up 1.6. Linus at nearly $21. Jesus Christ. Copper. Copper's probably been hammered. What do we got? 29 cents is at 38 cents. Getting close to 29 cents. Firefly back down to $1.75. Develop 4.90, down 1.4. What do we got? Uranium. Uranium's getting smoked. Next Gen down 3.8. Fuck. Cameco down 3.5. Deep Yellow, $1.95, down 3.2. Right, there we go. Coal, what's the energy doing? Coal is going well. Yancoal, $7.40, up 6%. Whitehaven up 3.9, back in at $9. I'll go through it in a minute. Right, let's go through the holdings. See what I'm bloody thinking. I'm going to go through one by one. Northern Star, bought in at 27.69, sitting at 26.75. Probably a bit less now on the thing. Okay, I'm long gold. That thing kept going up even after the downgrades. Media reports that potentially the international's looking at them, I assume Agnico Eagle. Once that KCGM mill does turn on, it is a big step change. The risk is if they don't hit the revised guidance because of the worker shortages across the industry and just the fucking how big and complex that business is on so many big operations to deliver. So, but I'll be holding that for the meantime and see what happens. Next, breakthrough, the specky, waiting for the deal to go, through to get the tenement transfer of those North Queensland copper assets. Exploration story, plenty of historical high-grade stuff that's open, that easily drilled. They got it for a steal, $5 million off Aeris. Aeris aren't even a shareholder of it. So what's old mate say? I like the stock. Roaring Kitty, how good is he? Bright Star, fuck me. 47. I think it's back to 45 today. As I said, Bright Star just hates going up. Far out. They should be close. I'm sure they must be just waiting on the final permits and everything, but they should be close to announcing FID for the Goldfields hub. They've secured the debt, secured the equity. Once FID's announced, God, it was on LinkedIn, they were advertising construction managers and everything. Like it is happening. Just needs those final permits so they can announce the FID. And at $7,000 an ounce, that is going to make free cash, because if they're not treating it at bloody Genesis's Mount Morgan's plant, which means Genesis is making a fuckload of money off it, saving that dirt to put in their own mill is a big delta. It's probably $100 a tonne or something they save, treating their own dirt compared to trucking it to Mount Morgan's and paying Genesis to toll treat it and risking getting low recovery. So, it's the one that just always screams cheap, but it just won't fucking re-rate. But I'm holding for dear life. Next, Centaurus, the counter-cyclical play. Great nickel deposit. I've got a nickels like the tailwinds are there with Indonesian supply cuts. Don't know if the sulfuric acid is going to play a part. That's sort of opposite of what I'm thinking. If the war doesn't end and there's sulfuric acid issues getting delivered into Indonesia, which is going to affect nickel output, that should lift the nickel price, you would think. How exposed Centaurus are to that, you would assume directly, even though they're not going to be producing nickel for a friggin' ever, and still waiting on what funding package they're going to release, whether that's going to be a project stake sale, which I think they're trying, mixed with a bit of debt. Still waiting on that, and it must be whoever they're dealing with must be pretty bloody slow moving. So they are the catalysts coming for Centaurus, and that'd give a big bloody re-rate for a pretty world-class nickel sulfide deposit. Medallion had a good rip yesterday. As I mentioned, a lot of organic growth potential in the Forestania tenements. Ravensthorpe is the base load, how this company started, but that Forestania area, if they can start getting pits and stuff going there, maybe do a deal to get the Mount Holland gold rights, that is the project. It's not Ravensthorpe, which is 100 plus Ks away that they've got to truck up there. If they can make a frigging gold hub at Forestania right near the mill, that is the step change for that company. And I think still in the 300 odd million market cap. So another one will be, and I like the management. I like Paul Bennett. I keep wanking on about him. He's just a fucking good bloke. Sorry for liking a good bloke. Next, Delta Lithium. The see-through value in Ballard as I think, 34.4% shareholder. Sort of minimal downside, negative EV with the Ballard holding, 50 odd mil in cash. Lithium is not getting priced there at all. If there's a spike in lithium and that lithium gets revalued in that business, that's a big step change. So I see plenty of upside in Delta for me, less downside. Not as much downside. So that's that one. Next up is next gen. If I'm holding uranium, I've got to hold next gen. They've got the permits through, potential for M&A now. It's like whether they're going to, I don't believe they're going to fucking produce 30 million pounds. Definitely not in the first year. Maybe not even friggin' ever. But it's got the highest grade bloody uranium deposit in the world that majors might want access to. So that's the one that I want exposure to. Liontown, probably already gone through Liontown. Liontown, if lithium goes, Liontown rips. If lithium goes to shit, Liontown goes to shit. So it's a bet on friggin' lithium. Pantoro. Oh, let's go up to finance bro territory, actually. Where are we? You can just see here's like the red means revisions. Everything's been revised down, obviously, with the guidance upgrades, but they have them ending with 332 mil in cash at the end of this financial year, starting at the end of December half. Consensus at 189. I think they're at 210 or something. But they got the buyback. Surely they're going to buy back 10% of the shares. Surely they're going to start doing that when it's friggin' $3.70. Haven't seen a notification yet. So even though they've downgraded guidance, consensus has them at 332 million cash at the end of this financial year. Let's just say that hasn't all been revised yet, and it might be less. Still got what's the target price rating on this? 689, but that's brokers. That's only coming from 3 brokers. So, yes, my thoughts on Pantoro. Usually when guidance downgrades like this, there's probably emotional selling. I probably should have probably waited a day, got it a bit cheaper. It's at 370 today, and I bought it at bloody $4. But even if they just do conservative guidance to low 100,000 ounces, I think, Visible Alpha had them at 120 for next year, financial year. God, even if they're a bit less than that, it's $7,000 an ounce with the buyback. They've got a lot of resource there. They haven't put it together yet. I think they keep disappointing the market. For a new contractor coming in, hopefully once that settles, they get in a bit of a rhythm. $7,000 an ounce, keep generating cash, and they're unhedged, no debt. Hopefully I'm betting on this being an overreaction, and the market will sort of forget about it like they always do, and it'll go back up to where it was. So, as I said, 100,000 odd ounce producer with 300 in the bank by the end of the financial year at $1.6 billion market cap at the moment. That's why I've had a tickle. PMET. Obviously, good lithium deposit, difficult location in Quebec. Goss was maybe Liontown was looking at it. I'm sure everyone's had a look at it. So M&A potential, if lithium rips, that's probably got some talk to it. They're wanking on about cesium now, so maybe there's potential. If cesium becomes real good, PMET becomes real good, but it's a bet on lithium, so I'll be holding. Gorilla Gold. Fuck, that's another one that doesn't like going up. It's like they've just stalled a bit, that stock. I don't know what's going on. It's like, I think they got over 100,000 metres of drilling coming up this year, well over. They got 30 odd cash in the bank. They're gonna, they rip through that pretty quick once you bloody start drilling that many metres. So they will have to raise this at some point this year, doing that many metres. But they need. Obviously, they can't get a deal over the line for Comet Vale and Mulwary, like with someone like Ora Banda or Norton Goldfields, with like either Davyhurst or Paddington. That's the deal they need to do. Vivian's sort of sitting there as an added bonus. Like, there's definitely M&A to do. Like, they're growing the resource. It's just lost a bit of bloody flavour, a bit of oomph. I'm sure there's a deal to be done. Whether they just need to get it out. Yeah, I don't know. It's one that's probably pissed a lot of people off now. It's everyone made good money at the start, and it's just stagnant a bit. But yeah, back in the low fours. I reckon. God, I've got to fix that. Fix that bloody me decimal points there. Oh, that hasn't even gone in properly. Anyway, it's at 4 cents. Right, Encore. Same thing. American tailwinds with uranium. Got hammered post that CEO, chairman leaving. Is boss going to do a deal with them? It's, sort of sitting at where I bought it at. But I will hold. Well, uranium's not really in the news much at the moment. Once it gets back in, that'll, like, the US ones are the ones bloody exposed. Once Trump starts blowing up Iran, he might focus on local nuclear and uranium again. And fucking Whitehaven and Lotus, pretty small holdings. Whitehaven, I'm thinking, didn't want to go too hard. I probably should have because it's gone up heaps today. Like, they keep talking about shoulder season. Got the met and thermal coal exposure, and I'm thinking, will there be? It's like I want gold to do its thing, take the money out, and then I'll look at rolling it into things like coal, uranium, depending where they're all at. If I can time it, if I get a bit lucky on the timing, that'd be sensational. But not too much in there. And Lotus, hence I've only got bloody 13 grand in there. That is... Could go either way. Could bloody re-rip because it is producing. Could go to shit in Malawi as well. So that's why I'm not too exposed. So that's what I'm thinking with all of them. Subject to change without notice tomorrow. Might fucking sell half of them. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, punters. And if this bloke turns up, I've got another Insto desk coming on tomorrow. And this guy, he's a legend. I bet you'll forget. I will remind him 6 times. Righto. Have a good one.